Ironman is one of the hardest endurance events in the world. Only 0.001% of the population every single year competes in an Ironman, and an even smaller percentage of them actually finish it. It's an event that attracts the likes of some of the world's best endurance athletes like Kristian Blummenfelt, Sam Long, and so many others. I've had the pleasure of filming many Ironmans in the past, from Ironman Indian Wells and also Ironman Oceanside 2 times now, which you may have seen in one of our previous videos. None of that would be possible without the amazing support of Jack Spitzer, Donald Murali, and the amazing Zoot team, who are all of the reason why I'm able to shoot these epic events. But Ironman Texas was something very, very special this year. It was one of the most stacked professional series of the year, aside from the final finale World Series that takes place in Kona, Hawaii every single year. We had at least 6 or 7 pros that could have easily won the event, and so it made for a very exciting day. Ironmans always start out very early in the morning. I was up at 4 a.m. to head over to the event space to begin capturing some photos and videos of the athletes getting ready for the first event of Ironman, and that is the swim. 2.4 miles of swimming to be exact. But what was very unique about this course, and as you can see behind the scenes, is you're able to get extremely close to the athletes on the swim. And that's quite unusual. Normally they're swimming through open water in the ocean, and the only way in which you can get that proximity is on a boat. So it was amazing for me to be able to get some great pictures of the athletes as they came by us right there inside of the channel.
All right, right now we are running ahead of the lead swimmers so we can capture them coming out of the water. And we're going to try and double shoot here as the Jack comes by.
Top Tuna, Jack Spixman.
There we go. Nice. Let's go, Jack. Let's go, Jack.
As the athletes exit the swim, they then head over to the bike portion of Ironman. 112 miles of cycling, and most of these athletes are averaging over 25 miles an hour for that full 112 miles. It's an incredible physical feat. As the athletes got out of the water, Kristian was quite far back in the field, and so I didn't think he had a chance to win it. You can never put Kristian out for the count. It was amazing to capture all of the athletes coming through transition, and I was even able to capture my best friend Jack as he got into his transition, put on his sunscreen, and finally got on his bike to get out on his 112-mile ride. When the athletes are out on the cycle, it's very hard to keep up with them unless you are on a moto. Of course, they're going almost 30 miles an hour. It's not like you can run to catch up with them. So with that, I took the time to go and deliver the first set of deliverables, which was all of the photos from the morning and uploading the footage to our editor.
Got back to the room ASAP to get the cards out, dump them and start uploading. All the videos will go to the editor, and then for the video that we'll be producing today, and then I'll start getting through some of those photos and start delivering them right now. And then around about 10 o'clock, 10:30, we'll head back out to where we just were, getting some photo and video, and we'll get the professionals coming in and we'll catch them going out on the run.
This video today is brought to you by MarketU, the world's best post-production solution. MarketU allows you to focus on your production by carrying through your post-production and executing it to the highest level possible. If you want to see more and learn more about MarketU, then you can click the link in the description of this video and you can go and check out the website there. Now back to the action.
All right, as you saw, I just sorted through about 2,000 photos and started getting them out and uploaded. I got some fuel for myself as well. So now we're gonna head back downstairs and we are gonna keep moving because the guys are about to come in from the bike into the run transition. And I know these glasses might look a bit ridiculous, but I hope you're enjoying the POV. And this is courtesy of Zach, who's got these Oakley glasses. They're awesome.
So after I was able to get all of that footage uploaded, as well as the photos delivered, it was time to wait for the athletes to come in from the bike transition. And I always love this section. People are trying to dismount their bikes as they're flying into transition, and it can get a little bit spicy. So I always watch closely and making sure I've got my photo camera at the ready. Coming into transition, Kristian had unfortunately suffered a slow puncture while on the ride. I believe it was about the last 12 miles of his bike ride he was dealing with that. So as he came into transition, he was 15th in the field. With that being said, Kristian, with his insane VO2 max, you can never count out of a race. So now it was time to begin the run portion of the Ironman. Run is a full marathon. Right after doing a 2.5 mile swim and a 112-mile bike ride, you now have to complete a marathon. Now, this marathon is probably the most exciting part of the Texas Marathon. You have Hippie Hollow, which is one of the most epic viewing experiences for the fans here of the Texas Ironman. I spent a good majority of my time there catching the pros coming, getting loads of photos as they walked through that amazing Hippie Hollow banner, and captured photos as the fans were running alongside them, screaming them on and encouraging them to run faster. And that is exactly what they did. Never in my life have I seen someone run a 2.5-hour marathon, let alone after a 112-mile bike ride and a 2.4-mile swim. So I got set up at the finish line, ready for Kristian to come through and win the Ironman Texas. These are the moments that are always a little bit scary, because one wrong move, one wrong action, you will miss the moment that will never be replaced. What made this even more special was that Kristian was within seconds of completing a brand new world record for the fastest Ironman ever recorded. And that would have been a moment that I would have been able to hold on to for the rest of my life. So we're setting up, we're getting both cameras ready so we can capture video and photo at the same time. As Kristian started to come down the red carpet, he was high-fiving all of the fans that had waited patiently to see him come through and win. And as he crossed the line, boy, did we get some exceptional photos. They're honestly probably some of my favorite photos I've ever taken of a sporting event, and it was just epic to see such an amazing achievement for an athlete to come all the way from that position after the bike race to go and win. What an amazing performance, Kristian, and if at all you're watching this video, I can't wait to see more exceptional performances just like that. With that being said, our day was not quite done. We still had the women's performance, which was equally incredible to watch. The lead lady had built up a gigantic lead from second and third place, and she came through with absolute confidence.
From Norway, Solveig Lossen! Your Memorial Herman Ironman Texas Women's Champion!
We caught an exceptional photo as well, which you can see right here, and I thought that both Kristian and her picture paired up perfectly. But of course, we can't forget Jack and we can't forget Zach, my two friends that were also competing in the Ironman. And I want to give a shout out because I know, Zach, that you're watching this video. Watching your performance that day was probably equally as incredible as watching Kristian's. Zach has been training extremely hard for this Ironman, and that was seen in his results. He was able to complete it within a time of 9 hours and 6 minutes, which most people will never in their lifetime be able to complete, and he did it on his first try. And this was him coming through the finish.
And next up, Zach Ruder, you are an Ironman.
Well, Zachary, it was very good.
You're good?
Zach?
Dude, you...
I didn't see any.
As you can tell, he had emptied the tank out there, and it was amazing to see one of my best friends come across the line and be so stoked for him. But we still had Jack to finish, and Jack was hurting on the run. He was really struggling and already thrown up a couple of times. So we had to run out onto the track and we had to go and give him some good encouragement. And Jack eventually came across in 12 hours and 47 minutes, which was an epic time still. And Jack, I'm so proud of you, and seeing you come across the line also made me a little emotional. Again, these two people and everybody else that competed at Ironman that day are part of the 0.001% of the population that complete an Ironman every single year. I'm so grateful for Zoot, Donald, and also for Jack for being such a big part of the journey and allowing me to be able to shoot such an incredible event like this as well. I can't wait to shoot more like this, and I hope to get the opportunity again soon. Thanks so much for watching the video, and subscribe for more videos just like this.